if you're going to ask why we practiced indoors because of the whatever the slingometer is, the air quality was such that it was better for us to come in here. So that's why we're inside today. Okay, that about does it.
What happened to Bradley?
He's got a little pec strain, from the game.
You saw Rashad out there a little bit?
Yeah, he's running around already. He's back in terms of conditioning and moving and all that kind of stuff. We're very fortunate. He's going to be able to get back right away. So it's just a matter of making sure that it's secure and quieted down, So he'll run all week long, and he could be ready for next week, but for sure he'll be ready for the opener.
With the moves with John and Jason yesterday, the Sebastian and Michael, what have they shown you throughout camp, and what do you like about what the guys you have?
Yeah, first let me say this. John Ryan has been a great Seahawk, and we have loved the time we've spent together. I mean, he's been here since the beginning. And I know everybody would understand that it's a very difficult decision when you have to make one like this after all this time together. And he was doing great. Michael was just kicking out of this world and did the things that we had hoped he could do. And really there's a chance for John, I hope, in the next short while, he'd be hooked up with somebody. There were some teams that were interested, and it was the right time to help John get moving too. So he's been a great player. He's been a great competitor. He's been a great team guy, great community guy. We love him. I mean, he's always a Seahawk. Will always be, and really one of the great ones. So we missed the heck out of him, but something. The time came, we had to go ahead and do it.
And Sebastian and Michael, the guys that you do have here.
Yeah, Sebastian been kicking the ball great. He's on it. We wanted to make sure and tie together Michael with Sebastian and all of the holding and all of that, the synchronizing of that. So it made sense to go ahead now and make the move. And Sebastian's he's just been right on it. He's in terrific shape. He's really holding up great, and he's had a great camp.
Seabass is obviously a veteran, but for Michael, what can solidifying his position now help him prepare for the NFL?
Well, I think it'll help us too, because we can, without having to split time, we'll be able to utilize some stuff that he can do and see some more things that we're excited about. He's a very, very versatile kicker, punter, and there's just a lot of things that we're excited about with him, and we need to get it going. And I think it's good for him to feel the confidence in the program, that we're behind him. He's a real savvy competitor. He's strong. He's going to do a nice job in handling it. But it's for all reasons we need to get him working. And also, like I said, in the kicking game too, for the place kicking, he needs to be part of that as well. So the more reps we can get, the better off we'll be by the opener. So it all kind of connected.
You always talk about unique qualities. Just how unique is he in terms of the variety of different things?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. But what he has shown us so far is just like stuff we've never seen. So we'll see how it goes, and where any of it fits into our game to allow us to do different things. I don't know that yet, but he has tremendous versatility, and he has an upbringing as a kicker that we've never seen. None of us have ever seen before. So it's really fun, and Brian Schneider and here and Larry Izzo, they're working at a lot of stuff, and we'll see how it turns out.
What stood out from the game?
That the offense went right up and down the field again. We moved the ball well again, just like we did in the opener, and didn't look any different. Unfortunately, we didn't finish the drive any better, and we didn't get that done. But the ability to mix, the solid group at the line of scrimmage. I thought the five guys up front did a nice job again, including Disley. I thought he did a nice job with them in run blocking and protecting. And our guys were able to make plays, and Chris looked good, and just a lot of good positive things, excluding the finish of the drives. So both games really kind of marred by the turnover in the first game and the penalty on the touchdown run. It changes some stuff. We should have overcome it anyway, but real excited about that. Liked it, after the first drive on defense, I thought Phillip Rivers kind of showed us Phillip Rivers, and I thought he did a great job in the opener. And but our guys held up real well after that, and so we're making progress. We're making a lot of progress. The result of the game isn't really telling the story for us. We think we're seeing all kinds of great things. To see Rasheem play well again, and other young guys, like I said, Disley and some of the fellows, the younger guys playing, have just continue to show that they belong. So The competition is really heated, and this is a week of that, and you could see it today in the practice, the way the guys went after it. They know that they're battling for their spots, and it's exciting as a coach because everybody's tuned in, everybody's really focused to bring their best, and we're challenging them to do that, so we take it to Minnesota, which will be a really good matchup for us to see where we are as well.
How viable is it that George Fant could compete at right tackle?
It's the comp is on. George has had a kind of a startling career, really, to come so far so fast. And there's nothing that we put in front of him that he couldn't handle. Even when you take a look at the rehab process that he went through, he had just totally competed and attacked it and came back in great shape. So this has been the thought all along, to get him back moving again, feeling comfortable at his left side, and with the thought of him getting over there and competing on the right side. It's just another example of the competition that's on the roster. It's good for everybody. It's good for the guys that are in front. It's great for the guys that are working for their spots, and that's always been our mentality.
Was it great to see Isaiah back already?
Yeah. It was important that we could get him back out there. He had a good start to camp, and then he just kind of wasn't able to do anything. But now he's back out. It's really good. So.
What did you think of the way Jermaine played?
He did some good stuff, and he got in trouble a couple times on things, but he's cleaned up some things in his game that I'm happy about, and I'm hoping that will continue. I think it will. He went against a really good guy. Ingram got after him, in a little bit, and he got after all of us a little bit. He played a really good football game, but he's making progress, and he's competing like crazy, and he's learning the new stuff. He's picking it up. But he's getting challenged too. And he knows we think a lot of George Fant. He knows that we have a high opinion of what he's capable of doing, and we've thought the same about Isaiah too. Isaiah has done well, so he's obviously in the competition over there, and it's going to bring out the best in everybody.
Is DJ going to be out this week? DJ Fluker, or?
I don't know that yet. He's still a little uncomfortable, but he's saying he's playing, but we'll find out.
Looked like you had Reese Odiombo there a little bit today.
Yes. Sweezy got out for the first time too. Excuse me. I'm excited for the first day. He finally got back out. We just try to break him in. We'll take each day one at a time and see how far he can bring it. But we're excited to see what he can do. And if you notice, he worked over on the other side.
A couple weeks ago, you said you were a long way from really evaluating him yet. You're just kind of trying to get his reps here. Are we at the point now where you are evaluating him just like anybody else?
Yeah, this really is the move that we made with that thought in mind, that he's ready to go. He'll get stronger and he'll get better, but we think he's ready to compete at the spot. This is what we had in mind the whole time.
How did you view the play of Austin and Alex?
Alex did a nice job. I thought Alex really bounced back from the first game and was much cleaner. Took us down the field, hit everything. Was very poised. I thought Dave Canales and Shadi working the plan so that Alex could function really well was obvious. And he did a good job. Really, Austin didn't get a chance to do much. Didn't get many opportunities. The plays didn't come to him, and so it was really, we wanted to see Alex in a bigger way to make sure we know what we're doing, and likely it'll be the same this week.
What have you learned about Penny since you drafted him and you've been able to get your hands on him?
We met him and knew him some and had done a tremendous amount of research on who he was. We could see the stuff on film that we needed to see. We heard nothing but positive stuff and all. He's kind of soft-spoken, easygoing, kind of a little quiet, and so sometimes that doesn't allow you to learn much about a guy. But since we've had him here, to answer your question, he's been incredibly on it. He's a fantastic competitor in that he's applied himself so much to get his pass protection stuff right that he knew he needed to do in terms of scheme as well as the physical side of it. He worked hard on it on the offseason, so when he showed up, he wouldn't be behind. And those are great signals about that he gets it and he knows what's important. And when he's been out here in battling, he's always asking questions. He's always trying to figure it out. He always wants to do things better. He wants more turns. He wants to get more reps. He doesn't want to come out of the game. He's shown nothing but great stuff, and so we're really pleased and fired up about it. We've seen him run through traffic and the things that he can do. He has fantastic feet for a big guy. He's 236 pounds or something, whatever he weighed in at. He's a tremendous addition to our team, and Chris knows it too. Chris can see it too, and he can see Chris, and it's great for those two guys to be battling. And Michael's coming after it, and here comes CJ back at it. It's a very good position group. When he's back in there, it's going to be a real battle. So really excited about it.
Looked like you were able to get Clayton Wilson back out here.
Finally,
too,
yeah, we got him back out.
And how far behind is that as well?
He's tremendously behind. Yeah, but he's been studying and working at it the whole time. Now we need to see it come to life. We have to ease him back in. We got to take it easy on the first few days and see where he is. But he's worked really hard to get back, so he should be okay. We just can't overdo it too soon.
Is that with Ed, or when do you think he's going to get back?
As far as Ed's concerned, we're hoping he's going to make it back for the opener. That's what we're shooting for.
Mara Darbo, where's he standing?
He was getting a test done today during practice. It's a certain particular scan to ensure that he's okay. So we're trying to figure that out.
What's the body part?
Yeah, right there. It's a clavicle situation.
What do you hope to see in this third preseason game?
I want to see us clean things up and finish things better. Want to finish our drives, want to finish our plays, want to finish the first half, and all of that. Just keep doing all of the stuff that we've been doing all the way throughout our opportunity and see the results of that. It's really a lot more fun to win these games, whether you like the preseason or not. It's more fun to win them. We still get the same amount of information, but I'd like to see us play really good football and show that we can, finish the red zone drives, finish the third down opportunities, finish the plays, and show all of that stuff that you need to play championship football.
Is there anything new on the timeline for Doug? If you expect to still happen?
He's doing really well. He's really excited about coming back. He's running. He'll want to play next week. We'll just get him back out here, and we'll make that determination next week. But he's going to be there for the opener.
There was a report that Jamarco had surgery last week. How did he come out? How's he doing?
I don't know anything other than what they tell you. Surgery went great. Yeah, it went really well. So we have a really positive thought about that.
What have you seen from David Moore, just beyond obviously 2 highlight reel catches against the Chargers, the rest of training camp and practice?
Yeah, he did something in the first game too. He's expressing really good all-around feel and skill. He's got strength, he's got power. His timing is really good. He's got really strong hands. He's stronger than most receivers, and he plays like that. We haven't had a chance to see him run with the football, but we know that's a strength of his. He looks to be a guy that you really want to involve. He's a playmaker, and he's exhibited that with the only chances that he's had.
Brandon back to 100% now?
He feels really good. Yeah, this was probably his best day. He felt it coming out and expressed it, throughout the practice. He's back in there. I think we're really moving ahead. I think it's very positive. We've worked through it. I think everybody's done a nice job of bringing him along to make sure that we didn't overdo it in our zeal to want to see what he can do and all that. We've kind of harnessed that well enough so that here he is in week 3 and he's ready to go. And he really does have some special abilities. He's got some special stuff that he brings us, and Russ really has a feeling for him when he's out there. You can see him, he goes to him quite a bit. So excited to see how that goes. The competition goes on. 2 huge weeks, to see what this all means. But I'm thrilled that he's made it back with time before the final week and all that. So he's ready to go.
Anything new with Deion Jordan?
He's pushing. He's pushing to get back now. He's working it. I know he's trying to get back by next week. It's going to be hard, but we'll see what happens, and we'll hold out a hope that maybe there's a chance for the opener. We'll see that. We don't know yet. That's probably ahead of the schedule that the docs would say, but I know what he's talking like. He's going for it, and then we'll make good decision with the information when we get it.
Other than playing indoors, are there any other precautions you guys are taking with the air quality in terms of, tweaks with the players or hydration or anything like that?
Hydration is certainly an issue because it just seems, the atmosphere just seems more humid. I don't know that that's what it is, if there's moisture in the air, but it just seems heavier, so we're just taking care of that for sure and looking after them and really watching what the, how guys feel afterwards, make sure that we know what's happening.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you.